another video, and in today's video we're going to be doing a brand new tier list Blox in Blox fruits. Before we start today's video, let's spin a fruit. Today's fruit is going to be the light fruit. Not bad, not bad. Let me give it to this guy right here. Okay, guys, let's start with the first fruit in Blox fruit, which is going to be the rocket fruit. Pretty good for noobs, easy to get, not really good for anything, decent damage, cooldowns fast, and it's got a flight move. I'm gonna have to rate this fruit in bad. It's pretty bad, but it's not trash. The next fruit on the list is gonna be the spin fruit. Not gonna lie, this fruit is pretty bad. I'm gonna rank the spin fruit in trash tier. The next fruit on the list is the chop fruit. Does good damage. Like, look at that, we just did 6,000 damage. Helicopter's pretty good. I'll rate this fruit, the chop fruit, in bad tier. Pretty bad, but it's not trash. Trash tier. The next fruit is gonna be the bomb fruit. This fruit is really cheap and really good for beginners. Great for grinding and very strong. Pay tier. The next fruit is gonna be the smoke fruit. It is an elemental fruit, so it is really good for grinding. And the last F move is OP. It goes on infinitely. I'm gonna rate the smoke fruit in OK tier. The next fruit is gonna be the spike fruit. The combos make it really good for PvP. I'll rate this spike fruit in top bad. The next fruit is gonna be the flame fruit. This fruit is one of the best fruits in the game when it's awakened. Very strong, high damage, fast flight, really good for PvP. next fruit on game. Damage is terrible, very outdated. They need to update this fruit. And just really bad. It's good for mobility, but other than that, it's pretty trash. The falcon fruit is going into the trash tier. The next fruit on the list is going to be the ice fruit. Ice fruit is really good fruit for grinding, PvP, and more. And this is an elemental fruit. This fruit is OP. I'm gonna put the ice fruit in front of flame. The next fruit on the list is sand. This fruit is the only thing it's good for is its Logia effect, and for PvP, it's pretty good with its stun ability. Other than that, it's a really bad fruit and needs to get an update. I'm gonna rank the sand fruit in OK tier, the bottom of OK. The next fruit is the dark fruit. This fruit is extremely good for PvP. Unawakened isn't that good, but this fruit is really good for PvP. I'll put the dark fruit in I'll put it in the bottom, the top of very good. The next fruit is gonna be the diamond fruit. This is also one of the worst fruits in the game. Only having 3 abilities, doing terrible damage. The defense is pretty good, but needs a rework. It's pretty outdated, and just the moves aren't that good. The next fruit, well, before that, I'm gonna add the diamond fruit in bad tier. The next fruit is the light fruit. This fruit is one of the best fruits in the game for its combo, PvP, and grinding with its Logia effect. This makes it one of the best fruits in the entire game. So I'll be ranking this fruit in the best tier, OP. The next fruit I'm going to be ranking is the Gumma Gumma no Mi, aka the rubber fruit. This fruit is hard to PvP with, but pretty good for PvP. It is really bad for grinding due to its knockback. And a cool ability is with any gun, you won't be able to get hit with rubber. So it has a little bit of a Logia effect. I'll put the rubber fruit in good tier. The next fruit I'm going to be ranking is the barrier fruit. The barrier fruit is a really bad fruit. Not good at all. That's why I'll be ranking this fruit in okay tier. I'll actually put it in the top of bad. The next fruit I'm going to be ranking is the ghost fruit. I don't actually have this fruit, but I did use it. This fruit is really good for PvP. When you spawn your Ghostbusters, they get confused on who's the real guy, and they start attacking your minions, which also do copy your abilities, which is just OP. And then you also get a second life, and pretty good for grinding because you can't die, and it's not that rare to get. So I'll be ranking the brand new ghost fruit in OP, or very good. The next fruit I'm going to be ranking is the magma fruit. This fruit is really good for grinding and series time. When you get crazy damage, this is also really good for factory raids. That's why I will rate the magma fruit in OP tier. The next fruit is the quake fruit. This fruit is really good when it's awakened. Also one of the sickest fruit in Blox fruits, but it's not so good. That's why I'll be rating the quake fruit in bad fruit, because it's pretty bad. The next fruit I'll be ranking is the Buddha fruit. This fruit is really good for grinding and farming raids. That's why I'll put this fruit in OP tier. The next fruit is the love fruit that recently just got a rework. Really good for sky camping and PvP with the combo potential. And your besto friendo is pretty good, but it doesn't like dash around and then jump the same as you. It's just like an NPC that walks. Like the new ghost fruit. Then that's why I'll put this fruit in good tier, above rubber. The next fruit I'll be ranking is the spider fruit. I don't have this awakened, but I do have it awakened on my main account. It is a really good fruit when awakened, and also pretty strong and good for PvP. I'll rank this spider fruit in let's put the spider. I'll put it in good tier. I don't think I actually have the spider. I don't see it. So if I see it later, I'll add it to the tier. But right now, it's gonna go in the good tier. The next fruit in Blox fruit is the sound fruit. This fruit is actually OP once you get your tempo meter, and every allies that you have near you will get the tempo when you upgrade. This fruit, I'll rate the sound fruit rate below Buddha. I'll fix this around. On the list is Phoenix. This fruit is extremely good for PvP and sky camping. It's also good for boat raids and be able to kill the Leviathan. It also has an M1 ability. I'll put this Phoenix fruit in the very good tier. The next fruit on the list is Portal fruit. This fruit is really good for getting around, and for PvP it's actually pretty decent. For combos, packing them in portals, and yeah, I'll put this fruit in the good tier. The next fruit is the Rumble fruit. I'm really good with this fruit for good combos, and it is one of my main fruits. It also has the Logia effect, so it is pretty good for grinding and good for stunning and PvP. So that's why I'll put the Rumble fruit in very good tier. The next fruit in the game is the Pain fruit. I'll eat this fruit. This fruit is pretty bad. It does need a rework, but it does pretty good damage. Its torture ability, the heavy paw, self-repel, and many other abilities. I'll rank this fruit, the pain fruit, in the good tier. The next fruit is gonna be the Blizzard. I don't actually have this fruit, but this fruit is pretty good. One sec. I'm ranking this fruit because it's really good in the very good tier. The next fruit on the list is Gravity. This fruit is really good for PvP, but it does also need a rework. Not really good for grinding because of all the knockback. The flight's pretty slow. This fruit I'll rate in the okay tier. The next fruit is the brand new Mammoth, and this fruit is OP. The crazy damage, the combo potential, the new leopard spam, and insane for grinding with this stampede ability. Like, it actually goes on infinite. doubt, rate this mammoth fruit in the OP tier, one of the best in the game. The next fruit is the dough fruit, known as the dodo spam fruit. Pretty good. Good for combos and good for PvP, but terrible for grinding. That's why I'll be ranking the dough fruit in OP tier, but at the bottom of the list. And the next fruit is gonna be the shadow. This fruit is a really, really good fruit. Shadow leech. Shadow leech. Good for grinding with the infinite umbrage, which is just like the smoke fruit, but better. And the bomb ability, which does insane damage. That's why I'll put this right behind dough. The next fruit, without a doubt, is the venom fruit. A really good fruit for grinding. Sadly, it's not a Logia, and it does need a rework, but it's really good for grinding. I'll rate the venom fruit above, in between dough and shadow. The next fruit is gonna be control. This fruit is a really fun to use fruit, but sadly it's not really good for anything. I just got the ghost fruit. Let me store this. The next fruit, I'm gonna rate this in the top of good. The next fruit, without a doubt, is the spirit, which is just a really good fruit for PvP and spam abilities. Like, look at that, I just destroyed them in one combo. That's why I'll be ranking the spirit fruit in OP tier. And I'll sadly have to move some of these fruits down. Ice and flame, and move magma and light. The next fruit on the list is the dragon fruit. This fruit is really good for bounty hunting and really good damage. And soon it will get a rework. Oh, I'm gonna be comboed. I will rate this dragon fruit in best fruit. The last fruit is leopard, which I don't even really have to talk about leopard, but it's the best mobility, spam, and just good for everything other than grinding. I mean, it's okay. But I will put this fruit in best. Now, please like and subscribe, and this is my tier list. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.